Hey everybody, welcome back to some more Library of Ruina and the realization of the floor of natural sciences for Tefreth. You guys are looking forward to this one, and I'm also going to take a break from Bina and doing the Judgment Bird because from what you guys said in the comments, this one seems just as bad, and I really just don't feel like hating myself today. So I'm going to do the floor of natural sciences realization. Could be the same exact thing. I don't know. We'll see. But I at least want something different other than dealing with another one of the birds, because the last episode, that was tough. That was really, really tough. So let's go ahead and jump in. You can see here my team is going to be purple tier. We have Nikolai, Esther, Ye, and Kalos. And then we have, of course, Alira, Sin, Noel, and Alyssa here helping us out with this floor. If you guys enjoy the video, please let me know down below if you guys want any changes in terms of names, or if you want to be on one of the floors that hasn't already been named, please let me know down below. I'd love to have you guys at least be part of the video, as we are, I think we are getting towards the end of the game. I think we're in the later half of the game. You guys can let me know. But so far, I honestly, like, it's one of those situations where I think I'm enjoying the game, but I'm ready for it to be over at the same time. I know we've been doing this a while, and I can't share yet, but I do have news where my time is starting to get more finite. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stop doing videos or anything like that, but my time is getting more finite, and I want to go ahead and finish this game up for you guys so that we could enjoy the ending together. But let's go ahead and jump in into the floor of natural sciences and see what Tefreth has to say. All right. So lost in thought, are you? What could you be pondering about? Okay, long ago I used to think that my existence didn't have any meaning. I had no expectations for my life. I just felt obligated to live out the life given to me. And that's changed now? Enoch was different. He always had eyes set to the light that seemed so far away. I wonder how he could have such an outlook. But I think I understand now. It's expectations that give us the strength to push through hardship. Those expectations being that we can trust things to become better tomorrow. That my life holds possibilities and significance that can make this world a better place. That's too much optimism for me. Natural science is a field of study born out of the urge to understand the inner workings of the world. Pure curiosity. Maybe people couldn't stand the unfairness that came from the inability to understand the world around them. So they began lighting up the world with knowledge. But only few made that advance, while others went back to into the shadow-filled cave they were in. Still, too few are in a bright spot where they can see all the laws of nature. Most enclose themselves with darkness yet again, consuming the results without understanding the process. You guys are right about the whole world being on the wane. This world is full of things they can't understand even if they tried. So they just close their eyes. It's gonna carry on just fine with one fewer person anyway. But that's not what you're meant to do. You can't keep your eyes shut forever. That's not the humanity, I know. Humans constantly try to understand and move toward the light. And I'm sure you're no different. Look, I don't care what you think about humans. Don't force your generalizations on me. All that's ahead of me was darkness. There was not a single glimpse of light. It may seem as if there's no light. You may think it's too dark to see anything. But the light is in fact still here, or there. There are many kinds of light, not just one. Once you gain insight to see those other lights, you don't have to stay curled up in the darkness anymore. So it's up to you to approach that light or stay in the darkness. I'm just too worn out to walk towards any light. Hell, there's no way I can magically start seeing the light that I couldn't my whole life in the first place. Even if I move forward, there's nothing left for me. I don't have anything I want either. I don't want to have any more expectations. There's no point in doing that. Not in this city. That's not true. You will harbor expectations. You just refuse to admit it. Oh, okay, get to see more backstory of Roland. Interesting. This is, I guess, before the library. Yeah, I think this is before the library when he's still a fixer. The empty husk of a man returns to his home, covered in the blood of strangers. Musty air, gray room, a bit large for one person.
혼자 살기에는
A mind that feels a bit too empty for a lonely life.
불이 꺼진 방.
In that unlit room, I lie on the sofa and stare at the ceiling.
바닥에 굴러다니는 맥주캔.
Beer cans rolling around the floor.
담뱃재.
Cigarette ash floating in the air.
부엌의 물방울 소리.
Droplets of water falling from the kitchen tap, clinking in the sink.
벽 너머에서 들리는 웃음소리.
Laughter seeping through the wall.
저 속에 내가 있었을지도
The scenery I could have been in.
내가 잃어버린
Scenery I've lost.
그 어떤 기대조차 없는 사람의
The room of a man who holds no expectation.
나아질 건 보이지 않는
The room with not a single sign of improvement.
기대조차 품지 않고 잠들어 버리는 매일 밤.
They were I think we learned they were expecting to have a kid because this looks like a crib and what are they called? Can't remember what these things are called. Anyway, in the stuffed rabbit and everything. Looks like maybe they were expecting a kid. I'm pretty sure it told us that. It's been so long. Every night I fall asleep without any hope.
검은 덩어리만이
That room occupied by a single
홀로 놓인
black
밤.
lump.
똑똑. 속 시커먼 애송이 거기 있지?
Okay, knock knock. Are you there, kid with a pitch black heart?
어차피 또 이상한 곳에 화풀이하고 돌아와서 TV에서
I bet you flopped on your bed after lashing out your anger on some unlucky plebs yet again.
내가 거절하지 못할 제안을 하러 왔는데
I'm here to make an offer you can't possibly refuse.
들어보지 않겠어?
Care to give it a listen?
넌 인간도 아니면서 사람에 대해
You
얼마나
aren't even a real human.
그렇게
What makes you
당연한
think you
말을
can talk to me like you
쓰는 거야?
know all about people?
아니까 난 봤으니까.
Is this Roland actually? Oh, wait a minute. So is it not Angela that's going to change this time? It's going to be Roland? Because I've seen it.
인간이 괴로움에 몸부림치면서
I've seen the struggles of
세상을
humans who writhe in agony to illuminate the world,
봤으니까.
to grope their way to light.
사람은 그렇게 강하지 않아.
So Roland's the one freaking out this time around. Interesting. People aren't as strong as you think. They're just lumps.
덩어리의 복사인
And you're just a
가지지.
copy of that lump, a fake.
그 어디에도 의미는
There's no
없어.
meaning to be found anywhere.
소망은 소망일
Hopes are just empty dreams. Expectations will never get you where you want.
원하는 대로 손에 넣을 수 없어.
티페리트.
Yeah, look at that. Wow.
잠시 눈을 떼고 있었는데
Tefreth, what happened while I was looking away for a moment? Oh, that's cool. Okay.
품고 있는 마음과
It looks like
이곳이
Roland's mind resonated with this
분명한 것
place. So now it's Roland's
같아.
mind resonating.
사서와 담당하는 영역이
The emotions were
감정이
amplified from
충족한 거지.
interactions with the patron librarian of each floor and their subject matter.
그렇기에 작은
It might be
일을
why he got
참지
ruffled over
못하고
small things and
폭주할 수
snapped.
있는 것 같고.
Well, just a guess, though.
추측이
어느 정도 맞는 것 같네.
That sounds like a plausible explanation. I like how they're so casual about it.
모습을 보였고 말이지.
That sounds like a plausible explanation. I unwillingly exposed disorderly side of myself a few times as well because of that.
해결 방법은 알고 있지.
I'm sure you know how to handle this situation by now, right? Tefreth, I'm counting on you. That
옅은
I love how casual this is. The faint smile on your face. Is this really fun for you?
뭐 어느 정도.
Well, to an extent, yes.
그야.
I didn't want to be the only one with a history of making embarrassing scene, you see. How interesting, man. Okay, what do we got here? All right. Corrosion moves to the next phase after HP drops to 0. Adverse change. When the hysteria gauge is filled, transform. The hysteria gauge rises upon losing clashes or being attacked by marked characters and decreases upon winning clashes or attacking marked characters. Okay. So what is this called? In the name of love and hate. All right. So you kind of take it after a magical girl. Screen pinkens from left to right as the gauge fills. As the end of the scene, restore all light and draw 2 pages. In the name of hate. Use a page that leaves a mark on the target. Okay. So the hysteria gauges rise upon losing clashes or being attacked by marked characters and decreases upon winning clashes or attacking marked characters. In the name of hate, use a page that leaves a mark on the target after, every 2 scenes. Okay. All resistance on the marked character changed to weak, and the character will be primarily targeted by Roland, Arcanasal, slave. Uses a mass attack page that targets all librarians every 4 scenes. Each individual librarian can negate the attack if the sum of all dice rolls on the page played by them is equal to or higher than the mass attack. Okay, yeah, so we know that. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit the dice button here. I want to turn the quick mode off this time. And I want to go ahead and just kind of see what's going on here with our lines. So our lines are saying we get in the name of justice, and it gets, if it's one-sided attack, so we don't want a one-side, we just want to clash with that. And then mark the target. Okay, so I'm gonna go think about what I need to do here, and then I'll kind of come up with my game plan after I'm done with that. Okay, so far, it's just like we just need to follow kind of the instructions here. So mark the target. We don't really want the mark to happen. I mean, it's just going to be on use mark the target. So they're primarily going to focus Callow down here. We don't really, I mean, we could have the mark on Nikolai. Nikolai is pretty defensive, honestly, but we can't move any of these dice around. So we could have Purple Tear. Purple Tear is in a defensive position. Gain 10 charge, become immobilized next scene. No, let's not do that. What are you weak to, by the way? So piercing or blunt. I'm going to go piercing because I think piercing is the better overall pages we can have on Purple Tear. So we're going to switch to piercing and see what we have here. Gale Kick, 7 to 13. Yeah, we can Gale Kick. I mean, it's a counter die, so I mean, we can honestly get a couple more attacks over here. But no, not really. I mean, yeah, let's just go and use Gale Kick just to do some extra damage. We'll save some light for next round, unless we have something that can give us more light. We have Extract Fuel, so we'll do that. So gain +5 tower if the attack is one-sided. So we want to make sure that clashes. Callow could probably deal with that quite easily. Let's go ahead and add 2 ammunition to the hand with bayonet combat. I don't think I'm too worried about that, unless we have something that could be a little bit better. Gain 8 smoke, inflict 3 smoke. Target has 5+ smoke, and inflict 3 paralysis. We don't necessarily have that yet. We could do Singleton or Vapor. Singleton may not be too bad to give us more pages for you. Granted, we can't even do Inhale Smoke, so let's take this off and then let you get some ammunition just for the heck of it. And then we'll just make sure that we have, so we could say this attack's going here to, we want to make sure we get charge as well. So tells them to die on this page, change the weakness to, so we'll do, what's gonna be the best here? Singleton add +4 power. Yeah, probably Somber Procuration. Yes, sure. I think that may fail, but then we want to go ahead and get Unlock going. We'll make sure we give that back. So we'll do Will the Prescript, and then just go ahead and even everyone out. We'll do the 2 ammunition to hand. We'll just throw that there. And then Extract Fuel will restore some light as well. Get that light back. We'll go ahead and get Nikolai doing at least 1 battle command. We'll save 1. I want to gain charge as well if we possibly can, but we don't have enough light, so we'll just do Graze the Grass, of course. All right, and then finally, Purple Tear, Dagger Press. We could use Extract Fuel as well, so we'll put that Extract Fuel, make sure everyone has light next round. We'll hit play and go from there. All right, so gotta roll the dice. 6. All right, yeah, I knew that was gonna fail. That's fine. Going through there. Okay, max damage. All right, going good so far. Love it. Like that we're already clashing pretty badly. Go get 1 charge up. There we go. That was definitely gonna get through. Okay, so Battle Command didn't really help too much for at least our initial attacks, but it's fine. We're still getting, I mean, we're almost got them staggered, so. So I'm assuming this has like maybe 3 phases, like all the other ones do, or maybe 4. Some of these have 4. I think the last one we did was actually the apple. All right, so you're the one being attacked by everything. We don't, of course, don't have our counter die, which is fine. We have Sturdy Defense, which we're definitely going to use. On Clash, lose. Lower max value of last die by 3, so we want to make sure that loses. We're gonna throw that there, and then this one we can't pull away, so that's fine. We want to make sure that's just not one-sided. I'll do a. Oh, we don't have any light. That's unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. We can do probably a bulky impact to pull this one away because it won't be one-sided. So we'll do a bulky impact there, and I don't want to use a battle command just yet. I want to save that. And then I want to try to gain some charge if possible. We have energy conversion, spend 4 charge. We only have 3 charge. Spend 3 charge to draw 2 pages. We could do that if we really wanted to. I think I would need someone else to handle this. 5 to 8. 5 to 8. We can do identify weak point. Let's just go and do that. And then we'll do a extract fuel to get some more of this out. I'm going to use bulky impact on this last, so we'll change that when we need to. All right, what is Ye gonna do here? There's a lot we can do with Ye, and Ye is just our damage dealer. I mean, that is all Ye is. We need to make sure he's hitting as much as possible. We don't need to do too much. We need to just build up smoke. I don't know if smoke is gonna carry over. And I think I'll restore 2 light at least, so we'll do that. Ammunition, we have plenty of ammunition here, so we can do like discard page with lowest cost. If ammunition was discard all offensive die of this page. Yeah, so we'll do that to do a bunch of damage. And honestly, I might just save light because I think we're actually going to stagger and we'll have a big round of damage next round. And then we want to make sure bulky impact's there. That's good. That's going to you. So that's fine. You're still getting attacked by that. That's okay. We don't have any light there. That's fine. So let's go ahead and hit play. See if that works. We're of course going to do a ton of damage here. We might even stagger before you can get it. Okay, of course we failed that. That's fine. All right, I see how it is. Bulky impact, good. We got a little bleed, evade. We missed that one, unfortunately. Did block that one. Almost broken. Okay, clashing. Oh yeah, these are range attacks as well. So we just have to make sure that our dive value is better. Okay, good. So next round we can get him to second phase. All right, so Justice, Love, and Blades wedded by teardrops. On a successful Pierce attack, if the die roll is max value, deal bonus damage equal to 10% of the target's max HP. I'm going to put that on purple tier because we are going to be doing Pierce for the majority of this round of combat. All right, so who do I want to attack? I think I'm just going to have Ye because Ye has the most damage here. We'll probably do that, and let's make sure we get some light back. So gain 2 smoke, restore 1 light. We'll do that. And then we won't use battle combat yet. We can use field mods. That will go ahead and lower the cost of all of our pages, so that'll be help us in the next round. So we'll do that. I don't want to use Callow. I want to use Callow for kind of getting us to the next phase. And then we don't want to inflict bleed. I think I might go for a Will of the Prescript, and then go for a Wedging Thorn for some light. And I think that should be enough to get him below 75. Should be. So that's 27. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're just fine, man. Okay. So next phase, what do we got here? Ah, right. Okay, so Hermit of the Azure Forest. The Exploited. HP does not fall below 30% from a librarian attacks. If the character's HP is 30 lower at the max, you recover 50% max HP. Dear companion. Wait. Oh, that's right. There's this thing. Only Roland can defeat the Hermit. Okay. So, visitor from another world. While one of the Hermit's staves are present, use a mass attack page every 2 scenes. Change the behavior when Hermit's staves are defeated. On the first scene of the new cycle, attacks Roland. After attacking Roland, gain a second. So we just make sure this guy kills, and we don't die. So we just need to kill these guys and let Roland do his thing. We can technically lock the Hermit, which is fine, but I want to kill these staves as soon as possible. This is why we saved our ammunition. Discard a page with the lowest cost. If the ammunition was discarded, all offensive die gain a ton of power. I'm going to do Focus Fire. And we are going to Focus Fire one of these staves. And I'm going to say this stave. Who are you? Okay, you're attacking him. I would like to reload if possible. So this is a 3 of 7. That's a 6. Okay, no one has a 6. So unfortunately, you're the one that's going to have to clash with this, which I don't enjoy. Deal 30 damage, stagger damage, discard 2 pages below his cost from hand, jump page, all this. Yeah, I mean, might as well go and do that. Granted, we're discarding 4, so that's not gonna work. I really need to reload, to be honest. So maybe this isn't the best option just yet. Maybe we need to... I'm gonna think about this one. I'm gonna come back to it. Battle command for sure. Let's battle command... Doesn't really matter who we battle command, let's just battle command that. I do want to gain some charge, spend 4 charge, restore 3 light. We have 8 charge. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull some attacks away. On Clash Wind, gain charge. So that's fine. We'll gain some more charge out of that. All right, so we got some lower things here. We can lock 2. I definitely want to do that. If singleton to add power, so we'll singleton that. That'll go right through that, no problem. I do want to do unlock 2. I'm gonna pull that there. Purple tier. Let's go ahead and just do. We don't need to do too much here. If bleed inflicts, let's see. Inflict 3 bleed next scene, inflict 1 fragile next scene. I really don't need to use that on these guys. Really need to focus on just getting them down. Draw 3 pages a little bit much right now. Can use Gale Kick. And can use Wedge Sword to pull another attack away and then just call it a day, but there's none we can pull away, so that's unfortunate. We need to gain some light here. So let's go ahead and at least pull this away so that Ye's taking that. And then let's see here. Deep drag. I really want more light. If singleton to restore 2 light as well. Yes, that's where we want light. Okay. We got a 2 there. Ye's going for that. 3 to 7. So I don't know what I want to do with you. As we have these attacks coming out, and we don't want to. Ah, yeah, Ye's being attacked by these as well. We'll do. Hang on, let's focus on what Ye, who's getting attacked by this guy. So we'll do. Smoke Prick. You have 2 strength and endurance to random hermit staves next scene. That should get through the evade pretty easily, but you have no light, so we'll do smoking pipe. And we'll take this one away from here. Who else is being attacked? You're being attacked, so let's make sure you're fine. We can't pull that away. So let's just use... We'll use... Okay, we'll go ahead and do a bunch of damage to you, but we need to kill the staves. So that's fine. We're done with that. We'll reload and attack one of the staves. I'll just throw that there. That should get through that just fine. At least I think it should. If not, so we'll do that. Gale kick instead. Pull that away. That's good. That's good. Who else is being attacked by the hermit? Yay is again. So that's a 3. We could pull that away, honestly, with someone. Because I don't want Yay just to take free damage. That's not something I want to do. Granted, we don't even worry about this. So Yay actually can not worry about this one. We can put Smoke Prick on this attack here. And then do Smoke Pipe just with this one. Sure. That'll be fine. Purple tier has some actions left over. Need to focus on these guys a little bit more. I'm gonna inflict 3 bleed, and we'll go from there. All right, that's good. That's good enough for me. All right, so we do know this is going through. Yep, it's gonna be doing a bunch of damage. That's fine, because we do want to focus on at least doing damage to it. That's fine. Block. Ooh. Okay, I'm actually surprised that clashed. Got some smoke to do some damage. Like I said, we need to have Roland defeat that thing. Not enough to get a stagger. That's okay. And then you should have a counter die. Nope. All right, that's good. Stagger, perfect. All right, so Roland's going in for some kills. Not enough. I don't know how he failed that, but that's fine. Okay, so you're gonna go in for the kill, which is fine. We got unlock 2 now. That one's staggered. Good. Okay, so you're attacking. That one's probably gonna get staggered from this. Yep, all right. So now our goal is going to be to honestly start focusing on getting the hermit down, because 2 of the staves are down. All right, so we have hate and love. After winning a clash using offensive die, a random ally recovers 3 HP. After winning a clash using defensive die, a random ally recovers staggers. So I'm gonna do that. So after winning a clash using an offensive die, a random ally, I think we put that on purple tier. I think a lot of our stuff is gonna go on purple tier this round. All right, so we got a bunch of attacks. We have a mass attack going out. You're attacking the stave. Oh boy. Okay, so we want to get this guy down as fast as possible. So let's go ahead and do... I'm gonna do that because that's a mass summation, right? Yes, mass individual unused. So if we just do battle command and we have sturdy defense, inflict some burn, inflict 3 bleed, so we'll do 3 bleed. We don't need to worry about that attack. I'll throw it on this attack. We don't need to only use on blade unlock, so we haven't got blade unlock yet. Identify weak point. We'll do identify weak point on this one. And we'll do unlock, so we have unlock available. We're not going to use it this fight, but we do want to have it readily available to us when we move on to the next one to do a bunch of damage. Will the Preceptor we really don't need. So let me, so the HP does not fall below 30 for the librarian's attacks. If the character's HP is 30 below at the end of a scene. Okay, so it does not go 30, so we just need to make sure that we get, honestly, we just need to go all out attack on this, to be honest. What is our add to random ammunition? Let's see, all offensive die. We could have saved it for this one, that's fine. We'll put it there. And then we'll do bayonet combat, honestly. Get more ammunition? Yeah, sure. We'll do bayonet combat. And we'll just throw it there. And then... Yay just needs to do a bunch of damage. Gain 4-8 smoke. Yeah, we might as well just do a ton of damage. I don't see why not. We'll throw that. So you're being attacked by this one. This is going to be just enough. And let's make sure we restore 2 light to Yay. So restore the light. Good. And finally, this one. Make sure we have that in the right spot, because I don't want to mess up. Oh, we also need to make sure these are dead. Completely forgot about that. Granted, this guy's attacking it, and it should kill, but I'm going to go a bulky impact just in case. Just in case we need to finish off. Okay, good stuff. So hopefully no one takes any damage from that. I think we're rolling just fine on it. Everyone looks good. Good, all right, like it. Just use the previous knowledge that we've done. All right, so 198. Block. Flash. Attack. Get some smoke on there. That thing is going to die to the other thing's attack. So let's get this guy's health down as much as possible. Max damage. Sorry, defense wasn't usually helpful there, except for the macimation. Max damage, we're 88, 78. Not bad. So it's not going to go below 30, which is fine. We can get a stagger. That's even better, which we're not. Oh, wait. Maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, it's 1? You have 1. Never mind. Okay, it's stagger now. Okay, so it is 30. So now we just don't do anything and let the guy finish it off. All right, so gain 1 endurance for each clash won this scene. If the first die of the combat page wins the clash, destroy all remaining dice the opponent has at a 25% chance. Oh, that could be so good. Who clashes high? I would say Yay clashes pretty high, so I'm gonna do that on Yay. So now we don't do anything other than try to not get hit by this. So, oh boy, you have nothing, do you? Other than a bunch of, so we'll do shock round. I can't see because that's in the way. We'll do shock round. We'll do, oh, we have no light. Of course we have no light. That's fine. We'll use dagger press, I guess. And then we'll use golden opportunity. I don't want to use this just yet. That's a little bit too overpowered. Okay, so we'll do that. That you're okay. Yeah, so all we're doing is deflecting these attacks here. We'll do singleton as well. Okay, anything else? You're attacking him. That's fine. Okay. Oh, and he went up to 155. Okay. So we need to bring it down. We need to help with that. Let's do. Oh, we don't have a lot of it. Oh, we don't have a lot of light here to use. I mean, deal bonus damage and stagger damage. I mean, we could use castigation to bring it back down. This was a miscalculation on my part. That's really unfortunate. I mean, he's gonna do a bunch of damage, but it's not gonna be enough. I mean, use deep drag. Can't use that. Could use that to just do as much damage as possible, honestly. Yeah, graze the grass for light. Extract fuel for light. And then, yeah, we'll just use castigation. Switcheroo, just draw a page upon discarding this page. Sure. We just need to do what we can here. All of our ammunition, unfortunately, is, yeah, useless to us right now. Don't have any zeros there. Okay, we just have to go with what we got, unfortunately, because, like, a lot of our stuff is to defend against his attack here. Granted, the Hermit's taking a lot of damage, which is good. No, don't shoot him. Don't stagger him. Don't oh, I should have just, okay, yep. I think we already messed up here. You know, it's fine. We can't make him go below 0 or 30, so he's gonna heal again. I staggered the guy. All right, yeah. Let's move on. Yep, yeah, that was a complete waste of castigation. Yep. Just he can't, guys. Stop. He's dead. He's dead already. No, don't attack him. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, that did not go as planned at all. So we just need to make sure that we take this guy out. Discard the page with lowest cost. Discard the page with lowest cost of ammunition. Yeah, we'll just take that away. We'll take laceration. Do that. Take that away. At least we have plenty of our gauge up here. Our emotion level. Our emotion level is going crazy right now. I need something incredibly high roll. So I guess we'll just do that. And then I need to go ahead and gain some light for you. Anything else to gain light? Because you are out, so restore that there. We need something that rolls pretty high. 5 to 10 defense. At least try that. Laceration on one of these. Sure. Who's getting the other one? Yeah, he's just attacking. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we just need to make sure this guy is staggered at least, which I think we can do. Ye can use nothing. You can use extract fuel to get some light back as well, so we'll just do that. Who is this on? Because we want battle command on one of these. That's fine. That's fine. And we want that one there. Okay. Yeah, because we want to do as much damage as possible. Unlock 3. We can do unlock again. I'm just gonna fix this afterwards. Multi-slash, sure. We want to get him staggered. We'll have the prescript, all 3 pages. That's fine with me. Try battle command again. That goes, laceration will go there, and then you with this goes there. Okay. All right, let's let it try again. Hopefully roll pretty high. Good, we got through that. Good. We're just gonna complete obliterating this guy until the guy wakes up and hopefully gets the last hit. We're gonna have to take the hit. If he does another mass summation attack, like I said, my goal here is just to stagger. Not for me to get staggered. That's not exactly what I wanted. That's fine, I guess. Are we actually gonna be able to get this guy staggered? 11? We can't do 11? All right, that's okay, I guess. Uh-huh, all right, yep. So we're doing a mass summation attack. Great. We just need him to die, and he's not dying. We need him to stagger too, but he's not going to stagger. He's gonna summon the things. Oh, this fight is all messed up, man. All messed up. Granted, it was entirely my fault, so I feel bad for Kahlo here. He's just gonna take a ton of damage. We'll do Singleton as well there. We'll just do Exhale Smoke. There's nothing I can do to take these off. It's just go with the mass summation. All right, we're gonna try to go for it, man. That's all we can do. Callus is gonna take a bunch of damage here. Way too much, to be honest. You shall fall. He's gonna die. Maybe? Yeah, he died. Oh, and that's just game over. Oh, geez, that was such a... We did so good on that fight initially, and then I just completely messed up. All right, well, run it back. Let's get to that point again. All right, so we finally defeated him. On to the next phase. It took a little bit of us taking a hit, but we didn't take too much. So now we're on to the sword sharpened with tears. Okay, so corrosion moves to the next phase after HP drops to 0. Loyal protection cannot be targeted, does not act. Sorrow, give tears to a random sword every 3 scenes. If the character is staggered, activities of the scene activates the scene after. Despair, when a sword with tears takes lethal damage, falls in despair next scene. Blessing Despair, when the character falls into despair, all swords fully recover HP and stagger resist, and use special combat pages. A Broken Heart, if a sword impaled the character in despair state, becomes staggered and targetable next scene. All right, so I've got to remember how to do this one because it was a little bit tough last time if I remember correctly. So let's see here. So we have Tears, gain speed, die, and use special pages. Respite, enter a state of suspension upon taking lethal damage, revives after 2 scenes. Sword that pierces despair. If this fails to deal any damage to its target while in despair state, the sword will impale Roland, dealing damage to him. Okay, so cannot be targeted, does not act. Sorrow, give tears to a random character. Despair, when a sword with tears takes lethal damage, fall in despair next scene. All right, so when a sword takes lethal damage, falls in despair next scene. Sword that produces despair. If it fails to deal any damage to its target while in despair state, the sword will impale Roland. Okay. All right, so I just gotta remember how to do this. Let's go ahead and hit play. Our emotional state is pretty decent, so we have, of course, you know, a bunch of attacks from the swords. So this deals damage equal to dice value times 2% of the target's max HP. Okay, so we just don't make sure that hits us, and then this dice, yep, deals damage equal to that. Cool, easy stuff. Let's go ahead and do battle command here. Let's go ahead and take that attack. We have castigation again, only usable in the unlocked state. Honestly, we might as well just use it in here and just do a bunch of damage to this guy. Or at least one of these, because honestly, we could probably block those attacks no problem. Especially with Summary Judgment here. Discard a page with lowest cost. If animation was discarded, offensive die gains +1 power. Ugh, not exactly what I'm wanting. We could probably try to deflect this one right here. Or at least go for that one right there. So let's try that. Switcheroo and draw a page upon discarding this page. Yeah, we'll do switcheroo on one of these guys. Sure. Suppression shot, discard the page with the lowest cost. That's okay. I'm going to keep that. Bulky impact. Probably take this attack, honestly. Just let battle command hit. Again, when haste and next scene, spend 3 charges, draw 2 pages. Yeah, we got 12 charges. Let's go ahead and do it. We need 5 to 10 as well. Do we have Gale Kick? Yeah, perfect. Gale Kick can attack that. Laceration. We don't want to use Laceration just yet. I'm going to actually do Extract Fuel instead. Throw that there. That goes back to you. We can unlock again, so we'll do unlock 3. We'll throw that on the 2. Move that back over to Castigation. Weak points. We could do weak point and... I think we'll leave that sword alone and just attack these 2. So I want to do... Because we can also, if singleton, add power, so this is not bad either. That adds +4 power, actually, which is going to be, honestly, I think better against this attack here. So if we did this instead, so let's take that off. Do Somber Procuration. Yes? Yeah, I think that'll be better. And then Castigation here. And then, honestly, I don't think we need to attack too much here. I don't want to waste all my pages, but we need to make sure that Ye has some light, so we'll do GGG on one of these guys, for sure. I have to move that back over. Honestly, I'm kind of fine with, well, I mean, that's 3 to 7, so yeah, hang on. I'm gonna make sure we actually get the right attacks there. Singleton can't do that. Gain 3 smoke. I'm gonna actually restore plenty of light to Ye. And then we'll move this back to here. And then that's 3D. Yep, that seems fine to me. We do a leap, draw 2 pages, spend some charge. We'll throw that there. Wedging Thorn to gain some light as well, so we'll throw a Wedging Thorn here, put this attack back. All right, I'll get this hit play, see what happens. I'm gonna turn, yep, quick mode's off, good. Deflect, perfect. Get that extra bonus damage because of bonus passive effects. That did a ton, wow, incredible. We're actually gonna be able to get, okay, come on, just get enough. Oh, yes, perfect, okay. The discard helped that. Not a stagger just yet, that's okay. Gotta switch roost, we're drawing pages next turn. Battle Command, good. Battle Command is probably one of the better pages that we can have on our team right now. Okay, so we're unlocked again. That thing is almost dead, wow, okay. Oh, come on, you couldn't have done 1 damage. Just kind of blow a wind in his direction. There we go, that's what I'm talking. Oh, wait, that's right, they don't like exactly die. Okay, so if they would take fatal damage. Okay. Let's see, I think on this one, I think we didn't like that one. I think we wanted, yeah, first die the combat wins the clash, it then has a possibility to shatter. Okay, so this one can't attack. This one, so what is the deal here? I'm trying to remember what we've got to do. So passive ability, because this sword is in despair, right? No, it's paralyzed. Mark 1, fragile 1. So let's hit play real quick, because I do want to see, because you can't do anything. So I think all swords have to be down. Enters upon taking lethal damage, provides up to 2 scenes. If this fails to deal any damage to its target while in despair state, it's tiers 2. So it's not in despair yet. What makes them go in despair again? When a sword with tears takes lethal damage, falls in despair next scene. Okay, all right. So let's go to. Oh, well, I didn't want to hit play yet. I may have just mucked up this entire fight because of that. That would have been awesome. And of course, that one healed. Okay, well, that was great. All right, well, let's try to get through some of these damage phases here because we kind of know what to do. It's just about getting through them. So I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. All right, so we've pierced Roland. It was quite easy. We absolutely obliterated the swords, and now Roland is. He's pretty much done for. So let's just go ahead and use castigation because that is probably the best thing we can do. We'll do an all out 2 because why not? And we won't use battle command. I feel like that's a little bit overkill. Let's make sure we go ahead and restore some light on purple tier here. So we'll use that, and then we'll also do frontal assault for some more light. And then honestly, we could just do probably the prescript. Oh, never mind. We can't do any of that. So let's just dagger press right now because we do have a bunch of damage. And like I said, we don't need that much. Like it's not going to be that big of a deal. We'll do vapor because vapor is going to hit hard, and then we'll just make sure that we restore some of that light back. And then, yeah, I mean I think castigation is honestly going to be the best thing here. We'll do bulky impact, but I think Roland's pretty much dead here. I mean, I can't see what's going on. I'm assuming we're okay. There's 22 there, 6, and there we go. Next phase, onward. I guess what? Knight of Despair. All right, King of Greed is back. All right. So, King of Greed, what do we do here? Corrosion moves to the next phase after HP drops to 0. Flickering Desire, if HP falls to 50% or lower, transform into the King of Greed next scene. HP does not go below 50% for this transformation. The Road of Gold. After 3 scenes, creates a brilliant bliss and becomes untargetable, but does not act. The following scene uses a special combat page against all librarians. Narcissism. If 3 or fewer librarians manage to negate an attack of a special combat page, it gains 3 strength and haste. Honestly, I think we obliterate him. I don't think there's going to be much of an issue here. Granted, he will transform, so there is that. Momentary bliss. If all librarians successfully negate an attack of the special combat page, Roland becomes staggered. Okay. So there's no special combat page. We just need to focus on doing a bunch of damage, so that's what I'm going to do. Battle command to start off with. Battle command can honestly take this attack away. Overwhelming luster, and then for happiness, overwhelming luster. I think we could probably have Ye look at that one, and it'll apply a bunch of smoke. He's definitely gonna have more than 8 smoke. It's gonna do a bunch of damage and put a paralysis on there. So I think Ye's definitely gonna win that one. Let's make sure that we put some light back on. So we'll just put that there. And then it can't go below 50%, so I think we're definitely gonna do that this round. I am going to use, let's use a switcheroo here. Let's use it on this page because we don't want to take that away. And then we do summary judgment. That's fine. We can honestly do it against that attack. We could go ahead and add some bleed. I think bleed would be fine. Venomous fangs. Let's do venomous fangs on some of the lower ones here. Granted, we want to make sure that, let's see, laceration, inflict 3 bleed next scene and the scene after. We'll do laceration, add bleed. I don't know if bleed actually heals over time, but we need to make sure that we take these attacks back. Laceration there. Will the prescript to draw 3. And then we don't have anything to gain light, so I might wait, but I would like to have pages next round. Draw 1 page. So actually we could do sturdy defense and pages. I really don't want to spend that much light. We could do haste instead. So let's do haste instead. We'll throw that there. We do want to make sure that we get, if Singleton, we could do power. Yeah, that's fine. We honestly pulled this page to here. Wedging Thorn for some light. So we'll do that. Extract fuel for some more light. And then, because like he can't go below a certain point. So I feel like I'm doing overkill. I need to save my light here, but I do want to make sure that we get enough damage off. So bulky impact. We'll save Venomous Fangs. Sturdy Defense for sure next round because we want to make sure that we win certain clashes. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see how much damage we have go off. Oh, you lost that? Oh, come on, man. At least we got the bonus from it. Okay, so yeah, you're taking not a lot of damage, which is okay. Yeah, he's gonna do a bunch. Do smoke plume there. Never mind, you're not taking as much damage as I initially thought you would. Granted, it can't go below 50% anyway, so we might get there. Okay, so Wedding Thorn. I think that's 50%. It looks way below, or not way below, but it looks below it for sure. Okay, so what is our status currently? You're just doing basic attacks. Okay. Corrosion moves on the next phase after it drops HP. Flicking your life. HP falls to 50% or lower. Transform to the King of Greed next scene. Okay. So we didn't hit the threshold just... I should have done a couple more attacks. That's okay. We can use bayonet combat to maybe move that on. I'll throw that there. We need to make sure we have good clashes here. Castigation is gonna be it, but that's gonna be such a waste if we do that. Can we do that? I think so. I think that could work. Unless Ye has something here that he can do. Unfortunately, not really. I mean, we have deep drag, but that's not gonna do enough. This is what I'm worried about here. This attack, and we don't really have anything to help with that attack, to be honest. We could do Venomous Fangs, but I mean, or Sturdy Defense. Sturdy Defense is probably our best bet, honestly, so we'll do that. And then we'll just try to get that below, get him below the percentage there. I may graze the grass just a couple times to get that. I want to put that one back because we know Bayonet Combat's going to be the one that clashed with that. All right, so let's go with that for right now. Let's save our pages, let's save our light. We just need to get below 50%. Which it seems like he's going... Okay, so there's the 140. Okay, perfect. You know, I probably could have done basic math and took his 280 and divided by 2 and then know what exactly 50% meant. But, you know, it's fine. Reading comprehension is somewhat difficult sometimes, and it just happens. All right, so now we have King of Greed. It doesn't look like the ugly monstrosity of King of Greed. It looks like a terrifying version of King of Greed. Anyway, Okay, so Audacity, I think, is our special one. We need to make sure we block this as much as possible. We have Castigation. And honestly, Castigation is probably going to be our best bet in terms of doing a ton of damage all at once. I'm going to think about this one for a second and set up. Okay, so we've kind of set this up, go all out. I'm worried about these 2 pages here, but there's nothing much we can do about it. We've just kind of put our strongest pages in hope. But everyone else is just kind of going full frontal assault, which is what we're hoping for. Of course, our ammunition is going to go right through that attack, no problem. And I just kind of threw on pages that at least will give us light and then damage back. We're not going to do a lot. Like, you can see that we're barely doing anything. Like, everything's ineffective. It's, you know, there's some slashing, I believe, that's endured. Piercing is endured. Like I said, we're getting as much off as we can. And it seems like we're winning. Granted, it seems like we're winning because of, I think, what was it? Battle Trance? What is it? Nikolai's attack. Man, I could not think about what it was. We had Unlock, of course, Castigation. Still not doing a ton of damage, but we got through all the different attacks here and we're doing just fine. It's just a battle of attrition at this point. So hopefully we'll get the King of Greed down soon. Okay, so we are getting close here. King of Greed is at 3123. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get enough hits off here where, yeah, 4 damage. Yeah, there it is. All right, so next phase, not too bad. I think, yeah, we have one last one. What is all of this? Okay, a lot to take in here. What is going on? What the heck is this? A clown? Yeah, that's exactly how I'm feeling. I haven't seen anything about this one in the records. It seems like there's a lot of abnormalities we haven't had a chance to see. But Sephiroth, what should we do? Don't worry, I believe we can do it. I need to read these more. That's the first time I've really read those, and I feel bad now. All right, so what is going on? All returns to nil has unique modes of behavior that cycle the following order: nihil, greed, hate, despair, wrath. Each mode features different passive abilities. Combat pages. Pointless Endeavor takes no stagger damage outside of Wrath mode, but takes no damage from Bleed, Burn, Erosion. This character's speed dice cannot be sealed. Okay, so Will of Nihil. Target librarians are infected with 7 feeble, disarmed, fragile until the end of combat. Okay. There's not any blocking that. So what is Petrified Hate, Fossilized Greed, Lapified Wrath, and then, okay, so Wrath. The Magical Girl of Courage will stand in for librarian that breaks the statue at the start of the next scene. If a Magical Girl breaks the statue, the librarian with the lowest current HP will be replaced instead. Magical Girls possess special key pages with unique stats, passive abilities, and combat pages. Oh, interesting. The Magical Girl of Happiness will stand in for the librarian that breaks the statue at the start of the next scene. If Magical Girl breaks the statue, the librarian with the lowest current HP will be replaced instead. Okay, so the Magical Girl of Happiness will stand in for the librarian that breaks the statue at the start of the scene. If a Magical Girl breaks the statue, the librarian with the lowest HP... Okay, Magical Girls possess special key pages. And this is the Love will stand in for the librarian that breaks lowest HP. Okay, so same stuff around. So we want to take these out and basically turn into them. Has unique modes of behavior that cycle in the following. So nihil, so it's a nihil, it'll go to greed, it'll go to hate, then despair, then wrath. And then it takes no stagger damage outside of wrath mode. So it'll take stagger damage on the last mode. Okay, so it'll change. Okay. There's no point. This is on use. There's no, other than not taking damage, there's no point in blocking that. Interesting. Okay, so let's just try to block these if we can. We wanted, oh geez, mass summation, so we'll do that there. Because it, like, I mean, it doesn't matter who becomes what, right? Okay, I'm trying to figure out what the best option here is. Because I think ideally Ye is one of our biggest damage dealers with smoke, so I might not want him to because there's 4 transformations, so I may want to leave Ye alone. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna kind of think for a second and see what the best option here is, because we got to be careful. Because don't get me wrong, these are probably powerful and we need to be using, but we also have high damage dealers, so I gotta decide what's best. I definitely want Nikolai or Alyssa here to change. because stagger resist, and also you change because stagger resist. Okay, yeah, let me sit back and plan this out. All right, so I've got the attack plan laid out. I'm trying to keep Nikolai and Ye available to us, but I am going to try to transform the others. Unfortunately for Kalos here and Alyssa, they only had ammunition. That was it. That's all we drew. Ammunition, that's all we had. So we're just going to go with that. It's not going to go pretty. I'm hoping you don't get staggered, which you're not, which is great. That's what I wanted. So you're going to transform into Magical Girl. That's fine. You're going to transform into him. That's fine. That's good there. It should transform next turn. I want to do as much damage as possible. We're not going to do a lot. That's okay. Purple Tear is going to transform into Despair. And I have no idea what I'm doing. I hope I do the right thing here. I just know that we want to try to kill this thing as fast as possible. At least try to anyway. I know it wants us to, like, Wrath is when we can stagger it, but ideally, I don't think we want to get to that point, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so switching over to that. Good. All right, so what's happening here? All right, so we've transformed. So we're in a different mode now. So this is Desire. Okay. So there's this. We have Battle Command again. So Greed, Hate. Next die, Power +2. So do we transform for the turn? Whoa, that is a lot of text. This die equals 2% max H. Ooh, that would actually be really good. And these are, oh, they're just kind of free? Okay, not all of them. 9 light. Oh my goodness, we don't have that. Hope. Give 2 strength and endurance to an ally targeted by the Jester of Nihil this scene. Okay. I mean, this is the, yeah, this is the Jester. Okay, so give 2 strength and endurance to an ally targeted by the Jester of Nihil this scene. So we want to give that to you? To Ye? So we want to make sure that Ye is the one targeted fully. Oh, this is okay. Hang on. I got to think about this one a little bit. This is going to be, we got to think about how much we want to target and what we want to use these different things for. Okay, so we have Knight of Despair taking most of the attacks on this one. I'm hoping that us playing Hope will give a little bit on terms of getting Ye. And I don't know, it's kind of all over the place, but I'm hoping this is going to work out the way I think it is. There's a lot going on here. We're also hoping to get some erode. I think there's the erosion on the guy, so we can actually do max damage. I'm fine with those clashing. Oh, actually, they don't take any damage in these forms. That's excellent. Okay, well, they usually don't. Defense. Okay, we're not doing as much as I wanted to here. Nikolai's taking a ton of damage. Oh, boy. All right, why are we failing so miserably? What is going on? I guess because we didn't transform, it's not doing as much as we want. And his defense die are absolutely destroyed. Because we're also weakened, so they're not going to do damage naturally. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right, fair enough. So he lost Ye. What are we on now? Villain 2. Well, the character has this effect to gain 3 fragile at the start of the scene. Okay, so you have a ton of fragile. How do we know the Road of Gold? Okay. Lots going on here. Fragment of Bliss. Gain upon destroying a Brilliant Bliss can only be used this scene. Fragment of Bliss 30/30. So we'll use that there. If all allies negate this page attack, user loses 50 HP and proceeds to the hate mode next scene. If an ally is hit, deal 10 damage and all librarians restore 20 HP. Okay, so someone's gonna get hit regardless. It doesn't look like there's anything I can do about that unless we do this. Roll to gold, mass individual. Okay. We can do 1 hope at least. Put that there. This fight is got a lot going on. Has a lot going on for sure. Okay, I think I have it set up the way it needs to go. We're trying to block as many of these as possible. And yeah, let's just hope it works because it's gonna hurt otherwise. So we have the Road of Gold that's gonna hit you. I mean, it's mass summation attack, so it's fine. You're gonna get hit. That's okay. You're staggered. Okay. All right, everyone's getting staggered. That's cool. I don't know how I failed all of those. That's fatal. Okay. All right. Fine. Yeah, I'm not fully understanding this fight, which is unfortunate because I hate the fact that we got this far in this fight, and I'm gonna have to say, hey, sorry, next episode because I didn't understand the fight completely. Because we have 4 people staggered. Awesome. Okay. I thought he changes modes. Because he's just been stuck in greed. Okay. Well, that's not great. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we can win this. I mean, we have 151 right there, but... And Ye still has Void 1, so Feeble, Disarm, Fragile at the start of the scene. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I'll try to figure it out, but I don't know. So, King of Greed died. Yeah, and I guess the only thing we have to do here is, like, we have to beat the Road of Gold. Which is just part of it. Like, we have to use this Fragment of Bliss. I don't know how Ye is supposed to block this, though. That's my thing, because we have Feeble and all of that on. Unless he just has to die? I don't know. Because I can use Deep Drag and block that, but he's gonna die regardless of all these attacks coming out. Because, like, we can use Hope, but it's not really helpful. Oh, boy. All right, Fragment of Bliss. Let's do that at least. We can use Hope, but, I mean, that's not going to do much here. Yeah, I don't know. I think, unfortunately, that it's kind of a situation where we have to restart. Because, like, we can use Hope for all these. I can use... Not a Despair, at least to do one of these. So, like, we can say Fragment of... Well, I mean, you have to use it here, because so we can use that speed die, so we can't bring any of the speeds away, so it doesn't work. That's all 6s across the board. Yeah, I think, unfortunately, we can't win this fight. Not much we can do here. I mean, let's see if I can be able to do 10 damage to self. Try to block that out. We can try to block some of these attacks. I mean, granted, we can't pull them away. Like, and Ye's being attacked by several of them. Magical Girl of Love gaining 5 power if this attack is one-sided. The thing is, the one-sided doesn't... Let's see, lower the max of the lifestyle by 3 on Clash lose. Let's see, Hope. And then in the name of Justice, we can't pull them away. They're all 5s. I mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, we can throw another Hope on, but, like, Ye's being assaulted by all of these attacks, and he can't do anything because he's out of light. So, like, it's a bad situation. I'm just going to get play. We're going to see what happens. We've tried to block. That blocked, of course. That surprisingly blocked. That did not block. So, we missed that one again. So, I didn't roll high enough on that one. That's not going to do anything. Yep. Let's see. You're going to get assaulted. Yep. Ye is dead. Yeah, unfortunately, with all of our characters dying, we just can't do anything here. Huh. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this is pretty much a restart, which I really hate to say. I was hoping we were going to be able to get this, but unfortunately, it's one of those it is what it is moments. Inflict 3 fragile on the target for 2 scenes. The attack is one-sided. You're just getting assaulted. You have plenty of HP, so you should be fine. We'll roll with that. We'll just do the one-sided attacks, because that's what they are. So someone should be gaining power. That's fine. Clash. You're taking damage regardless. Kind of find it crazy that we're still losing those clashes in terms of rolls. That blows my mind, because we have, you know, we're using the Hope. Well, granted, I guess we should use Hope first, right? So, yeah, we have Fragment of Bliss, so we should be able to block that. We don't have Fragment of Bliss here, so... How are we supposed to get... Combat start, give 2 strength, so we want to at least do that. And we don't have one here either. So we can use Hope again. Use this to clash. I mean, unless we're just rolling incredibly bad, which I would believe at this point. We'll clash with that. You've got to clash with one of these. Gain 2 strength this scene. Yeah, that's fine. Inflict 1 erosion at target. I mean, we can go ahead and at least I can't lose here and put that on and see what happens. Yeah, why did Magical Girl's attack not happen? Did I just forget to put one on? I could have swore I selected, maybe I didn't. Maybe I completely forgot to actually select the one where it's, yeah, I mean, this fight's scuffed. All right, well, let me go ahead and get to the end of it and see what happens. All right, so that is the end of the fight, and I was defeated. That was difficult, and I think I made it more difficult on myself than I needed to. I think I need to kind of go read up on a little bit more about that. I mean, we messed up because we weren't deflecting that attack to move him on to the next phase. We were just stuck in the phase of greed, and we were having to deal with a lot at once, and it was not working. But if you guys have any tips, tricks, or advice, please let me know down below. I would love the help because that is a difficult fight, and I hate that we weren't able to complete it in this episode. But unfortunately, I'm out of recording time, and I've got to do what I got to do. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, please let me know down below. All help is greatly appreciated. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you, as always, for spending some of your time here, and hope to see you next time. Bye, everybody.